If you've been around for a bit, or if you've been looking back at some of our past videos, you may have noticed a lot of storage in the back of my Jeep. I've gotten a couple of comments, just people querying as to whether or not I'm worried about the storage in the back of a soft top. The whole thing with soft tops is access. As you can see. Helps if your back window zipper is seized. Which happens to Jeeps more often than not. Ergo, milk crates, which limits access if I'm reaching through the window to anything inside as protected by the milk crates. Bags and such push straight up against the crates, disallowing reach and access to bags. So up top, above the milk crates, as you can see they can't reach in. The bags encompass directly against the milk crates, so they can't be accessed. We've got a set of 2 5-pound ankle weights to stabilize our winch, should we need to use it. Hazard 4 Poncho Villa military poncho. Okay, hang on one sec. Let me just take a second to get into something here, because I know it's going to end up in the comments, as I know what this is looking like or is about to. So if you've been around for a bit, you know I've been raised and trained by a rather libertarian war vet father. Not only did he explain the difference between criminal and outlaw at a young age, but also he kind of blurred the lines between bushcraft, which wasn't a term at the time, and survival, to which effect I'll speculate to explain that bushcraft involves learning skills to thrive in nature, while survival is about sustaining yourself long enough to return to civilization. To this effect, the Jeep kind of offers a triality, if that's a word, as a mobile camp storage and a GHS, Get Home Safe Kit, and Bug Out Kit. Now I know there's people out there that have this fantasy about the world falling apart and bugging out into the woods to lead a more natural lifestyle. We won't talk about those. And well, that shit's just hard. I've done it. You're working a full day just to survive that and the next day. No time for that cup of tea. What needs to be is getting home to where you have all your amenities. Running water, toilet, all that toilet paper you've hoarded, 4 walls, and food. This is where you're most sustainable, because you do it every day, and you've got practice at it in that environment. And yes, I've heard the egotistical rants of people defending their home front and going down in a pile of brass. What you want to do is sustain at home as long as you can until it's not safe, then bug out to a secondary location, preferably 3 hours away from the nearest city. Just that hitch pin for the trailer. But it takes a village, so you're going to need people with different skill sets to help. But all of this isn't my purview by far. If you want to know more about bug outs and such, I'll link to a great ex-military operatives channel that does breach the crossover between survival and bushcraft. In the interim, please like, subscribe, comment, smash, quote unquote, that notify button. Keep calm and carry on, my friends. Some random targets kicking around. For sighting. Got little miniature survival tackle box. Other extension part for the rod. And over here we've got empty MSR fuel bottle. Mainly used for the bike. I'm not sure how it ended up in here. Got some second skin courtesy of our tattoo artist. Thank you, Varian. One of these guys, and the great thing about Amazon is the return policy. Lots of stuff on there. It's just cheaper than in the store. You have more options. And with their great return policy, it lets you try out the finest of the cheapest to find that finest. And this thing has lasted me quite well over the last 1.5 years. And not broadheads, but you know, that could be good too. Just some fire cookies we've got kicking around for fire starter. These are some GBOF. I think these are probably the ones that I used in the how-to video. Same container, same tin. Probably use some refilling. This is a survival blanket comboed with a grommeted tarp. It's a smaller size. Doesn't actually say on there. I think it's a 5x8, something like that. Just a camp seat, foldable. That's our second. Flannel fleece jacket, just a spare in case. Playing cards, boredom kills. Bungee with 2 carabiners, 1 on each end. Duct tape. We all know the importance and value of duct tape. This is just a bivy sack. Can be filled with foliage, stuff like that, to create a sleeping mattress as well. Also contains and keeps some heat. Some brake cleaner, because why not? It's useful. It's a vehicle. At the bottom, we have 3 meal ready to eat packages. Some purified distilled water packets. Still is back in there. A couple pairs of extra socks. Wool of choice. Tea lights and some granola bars. Up top here, we have a solar charging emergency light. Another great little Amazon purchase. Just sits in the window, stays fully charged. Also works as a battery bank. And so speaking of bug out, let's jump into the front for a second and check out some feature main items for that purpose. The water is going to be a first and or primary concern on the road. Back here, we've got a dog. We have a silcock or water key. Because you got to have your water. Pretty much any old spout in any old building. We've also got cat's paw for prying and accessing. And the smallest pair of cable cutters that were actually usable and versatile enough to do some work that I could find. Pack small, travel light. Trusty Bofang ham radio. So over on the gate, we've got a lot of just stuff. Whole bunch of glow sticks. Small wrench. More glow sticks. Propane torch head. Bag. We've got an old tow strap, to which effect we've got a newer one inside under one of the seats. Spare random shackle. Big ass silica pack. Some bongo tie type bungees. Scotch eye settler screw, basic first aid kit filled with Israeli bandages, sucking chest wound bandages, all your other basics, and so much more. More paracord, some scissors, some tent pegs. This guy, we've got a sailing knife with a marlin spike for undoing knots, little knife, and shackle wrench. And that's about it. Drop me a comment if you think there's anything I'm missing or that I should add. Civilian clothes. It's got to be a future under somewhere.